Hey guys,
Wait.
this episode is more. Here, get close, get close, get close, get
Where-
close. You're not in. Gotta lean back, lean back, lean back. We can cuddle. Hey guys, you're still. Dude,
There
Hey,
we go.
hey guys.
There we go.
This episode is a little bit more chill.
And by a little bit, we mean
A lot of it.
completely different than
Yeah,
everything else.
Completely different. We didn't have as much of a tough topic to talk about. I think a lot of the times we feel forced to always be more serious or to have a topic that we stay very, I guess, fixated on the entire time. Again, we're in our 20s. We're dudes. We don't really have serious talks all the time. I feel like it takes some of the enjoyment out if we feel forced to have serious talks. Sometimes we just want to yap and have fun with it. So that episode, or this episode, I guess, because it's in the beginning, this episode is going to be full of fun. We're having a good time. We're talking about random stuff, talking about, hot takes and food preferences and just a random bunch of things. But we hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you guys let us know if you like this vibe. Obviously, we're going to have a little bit of a mix. We're just trying to find our pace in terms of the podcast and the style we do. But I had a good time. I'm assuming you did
I did too, yeah, for sure. I feel like you said, before this, it's always been so serious. And we laughed a good amount this time, compared to, or it just felt real. That's like, how we talk today is really how we talk.
Yeah.
Our real conversations. And then I feel like the past couple episodes, like we've definitely dropped some gems, but it just hasn't felt as real because that's just not how we are in real life. We do have those talks all the time.
Yeah.
But we also, like you said,
Goof off.
yeah. And so I feel like people are going to get to just see more of who we really are in this episode. And hopefully next one, we can find a way to just build it all, bring it all together so that everything just feels genuine, real, and we just ourselves,
Exactly. Yeah, guys, we want to be ourselves. And again, we have a very good, I guess you could say, light switch between, goofy and serious, and we're able to kind of flicker back and forth. But sometimes you turn those cameras on and you feel a little forced, or you feel like, you know what I mean? You have to make sure that you fine tune what you say versus just being able to be yourself. So we're still working on that. Obviously, this is episode number 9, right?
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Let us know what you think about
Nice.
this style. And we're just going to keep finding our footing and enjoying the process. But yeah, guys, enjoy the episode.
One thing that like always gets in my head, bro, is like everything that we say is going to be heard by everyone that watches it, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm always like, I always forget what I say. So when people tell me, yo, like I watched your podcast or whatever, I'm like, oh, like I instantly get nervous. I instantly get nervous and I'm like, oh, how did you like it? What did I say?
You're
Like,
trying to figure out what you said.
yeah. And I'm like, oh, I'm cooked. Like immediately, like I don't know what I said, but
Well, that's what happened with, what's it called? That's what happened when I texted you about the title. I was like, what do you want the title to be? And you were like, what do we even talk about? And I was like, I was hoping you remembered.
Yeah.
And you were like,
nah.
aren't you editing it? And I was like, yeah, I am.
Bro, I literally hate listening to my voice. I don't know what it is. I hate it. That's
Me
why
too.
okay, I'll be real with you. That's why I don't watch the podcast. Because I know I'm gonna hate every single like second of myself talking. Just because it's so weird. Like I know in my head I sound this way, the way that I sound right now. But then as soon as I hear it in recording, it's a different person. And I'm like, I don't know. It's weird.
Do you feel the same way with your music?
Yeah, I hate my music, bro.
Yeah?
Nah.
Because you have a completely different voice with your music. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I hear myself talk normal, and I'm like, okay, I don't like my voice. And then I hear it back on the podcast. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, yeah, I'm talking normal again. Still don't like it. And then I hear it on TikTok when I post my stuff, and I'm like, oh, yep, there it is. Same tone.
Mm.
But you, bro, I remember the first time we were in the car with Matt on the way home from Philly, and you played like a freestyle that you had from like forever ago when you were a young bull.
Mhm.
And I was like, what? Because it didn't sound like you. I remember I've showed other people and they're like, that's heck. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't sound like you. Because
Yeah.
it's like you put like the emphasis. You know how like Eminem talks and he sounds hood, but then he starts his rap and he's like,
Yeah. That's the same thing that happens to me because it's like frequencies that you play with. I'm also learning a lot about mixing. So like, for example, the first couple songs that I put out, I sound a lot higher pitched. And let me actually show
like
you.
purposefully?
No, because I just didn't necessarily know what I was doing, but I'll show you because I have this. I told you I have this one that I'm recording right now.
Thought you were Usher. Climax.
But this was my first one, and when I heard it back, I was like, "This sounds like me, but like high pitched." But you hear my. It sounds like I was not.
I was down and out.
And then this is the one that I
have
have
a bag.
recently. You haven't heard this one, so this will be your first time.
That hasn't released yet? Unreleased packed.
Unreleased.
Yeah. Something tells me I got chosen, written in my genes. I will never leave, cause it's a life I chose. Never gonna forget about when you found me on the road. I was lost, I was cold, now it's high, we on go. I done heard a word that there's a bounty on my soul. Bounty on my soul, there's a bounty on my soul.
Oh, you went deep.
Bounty on my soul, there's a bounty on my soul. Bounty on my soul, there's a bounty on my soul. If you wanna find me, then just ask, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
What did it say? If you want to what me?
If you want to find me, then just ask. I'll let you know.
I thought it said if you want to F me. I was like, oh, no. I said, brother, come on. You're a Christian rapper. What are we doing here?
No, it says there's a bounty on my soul.
Well, I heard that.
Okay. If you want to find me, then just ask. I'll let you know.
I thought you said if you want to F me, then ask and I'll let you know. And I was like, whoa. I was like, what are we doing here?
That would be
children,
a wild
bro, the
thing
children.
to say. But like you heard, obviously on the first one, it was like high pitched. And then on
No,
this
I heard
one, I just learned how to, I guess, like work with the frequencies. But
so that wasn't you changing your voice at all?
No.
That was just in producing it or mixing it, I guess.
Yeah. So like
dope.
I
That's
rap
dope.
the exact same way as I did there in the first one, but it's what you work with. So
Trying to be your
I'm
ad lib
learning.
dude.
My ad libs?
Yeah.
You can.
You
do
know how
that.
like in what's it called? I'm not a music guy like that, but you know how Migos, there was 3 of them, but it was like
Yeah.
Offset and
Amigos.
it was Offset, Takeoff, and Quavo.
Yeah.
Quavo and Offset were like the 2 main ones, and then Takeoff is kind of like. I'm trying to
No,
be
their
very.
ad libs are undefeated, bro.
Dude, I'm gonna
Like,
play your music. And be
elite.
like, wait, and they'll be like, you got a verse in this? I'm like, no, check it, and they'll be like, rah, da, 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 and it's me.
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, that's me.
No, Mama is like probably the most goated ad lib ever.
I don't know who that is.
Mama.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought you were saying that was an artist, like Mama.
No, I said the most goated ad lib
Oh,
ever. Yeah, I don't like. It's just genius that they thought of that.
Mhm. Bro, you know how I said about Eminem? You know he's putting out an album this summer?
Again?
Again? What do you mean again?
All right.
Did I miss something?
No, this might be just a hot take, and I'll probably get canceled after this, bro. But I feel like his time is just done. Like,
No, that's not a hot take.
Okay.
He hasn't really put out a banger. I think the only banger he's put out, you know the one with Joyner Lucas?
Yes, that was hot.
That one's
was
fire, but I don't
yeah.
think that was an album. I don't even know if that was M's song or if that was Joyner's song.
I think that was some.
I
You're
done
talking
did it.
about
I
Rain.
done
Rain
things in my day.
Oh,
I admit it. I don't take
yeah.
back what I
That
said.
whole album. I actually liked that album a lot. The whole thing.
Is that his?
Yes.
Because
yeah.
I remember he put out. I don't even know, bro. See, like all the old stuff's way better. Obviously, that's why he's like a goat.
That's what
in
I'm
it.
saying. Like,
And
yeah.
obviously, he's a goat. Like more so like in a freestyle. I feel like hip hop changed so much since when he was like king of it that like it changed. You know what I mean? Like his style of
so
stuff.
different.
People don't really
it's
care.
so different now.
Modern doesn't really care about the lyrics compared to like back then. Back then, he would say something. You'd be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Rewind it. Like, yo, he just spit some.
Now I feel like it's more of the vibe of the song. It's so much more important than like actual like words. Obviously, bro, the stuff that they say now and just it makes my brain like rot immediately. But I don't know. What do you think you are? Because to me, I feel like for me, not that I feel like I know. When I listen to music, it's like first it's for the vibe.
Yeah.
If I don't like the beat or the sound or like the feeling, I just don't like the song. I don't care how deep it is or like how intense the lyrics are. But what makes me love a song more is when it's a bop, but then also when it has like a deeper meaning to it.
Yeah.
But I always I listen to like in a way like the vibe and the beat first.
I mean, yeah, you know, you have like more of a bigger, broadened horizon in terms of music. You know, I'm like a podcast guy, but when I listen to music, I mean, the top 2 people I listen to is Russ and NF probably, and like John Bellion. That's my sleeper boy. You know, like try to put everybody on to John Bellion. But when I listen to Russ and NF, it's more, you know, like it's deeper meanings. Like it's the vibe of it. But like NF will go dark on you. But like when I listen to music, obviously, like I don't know how to explain it. You know, NF is like dum dum dum.
It's lost
dum.
immediately.
Like you know what I'm saying? And it's like
so he has
very
both
like
immediately.
yeah, and I like the music that gets me fired up. And Russ does the same thing with like, I mean, obviously he mix masters and produces his own stuff, but like it's in the vibe of it instantly. And then I like the music that like has meaning behind it as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a mixture though, because you could have a good vibe of the song, like the beat and everything, and you get going. But if the like lyrics don't match to me, like okay, I'll vibe to it for a while, but I won't go back to it past like it's like, you know how like a new song comes out and you get hooked on it and you listen to it more than you probably should and then you ruin it.
Yeah.
But like for NF and Russ, at least for me, I haven't had that issue. Maybe because I don't listen to music that much, but like I was vibing NF today in the car, and like I don't get tired of those songs because one, I like the lyrics and the meaning, but then I also like the actual beat itself. The beat's fire. Like NF's probably like up there. I might have NF over Russ.
Yeah,
it's close because like I was really on Russ, but then NF put out Hope, and bro,
yeah, his stuff's too good. Like it's
which we didn't talk about that. The 19th in Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
What is that? That's in 3 weeks. Yeah, we gotta go.
It
wasn't even that bad. Wasn't it like $59?
65.
I was off.
First, no, barely.
A little off.
For the standing tickets,
Yeah. Well, I think I want to sit down.
I
don't want to sit down.
I actually really want to go to a concert where like I'm in the top row, not the top, the balcony,
rafters?
the balcony in like the front row of the balcony.
Rafters. That's where they hang up like the championships.
Where I don't know why. I just feel like it would be a vibe to just like sit there and just like enjoy, just watch everyone.
Just not like. The issue most of the time is if you get seats, everyone stands up. But I get what you're saying. If you're on the front row in the balcony, that's fire. It's probably very expensive, but
maybe. I don't
know. That would be dope though. But no, we definitely got to because Braden listens to NF too sometimes, so she knows that. And then obviously I know every single song. That's all I listen to at the gym. Really, every once in a while I'll listen to like some rock or hip hop,
right?
Like hard rock.
Yeah, and going back to like what we were saying, like that. I feel you 100%. That's exactly how I feel. How I feel about NF. But the reason I brought it up is because I do have some friends that are like, I listen to the lyrics first before they listen to the lyrics first and then the song. Like if they like the lyrics, they like the song, no matter whatever the song is. Like, now, so it's interesting.
If they don't like the lyrics, do you know if that instantly kills it? Like what if
the
lyrics like are fire in terms of like flow? Like, is it like what the lyrics say matters, or is it like the flow with the beat? Does that make sense?
I think,
It's like if they're talking about sipping lean and they're your church friends, I think you probably don't care.
What I'm explaining is like when you listen to a song for the first time, some people listen, to only the vibe. They just feel the vibe of the song without paying much attention to the lyrics. That's me. But then there's other people who are like, they listen to a song for the first time. What their brain is immediately looking for is like, what is this song saying? What's the meaning? What's the story? And that's how they listen to music. So it's interesting because I'm not that way at all. But
I'm like that when I watch movies. I'm a movie guy. And when I watch movies, I try and find the deeper meaning. Kind of like how if you're doing the lyrics right away.
Yeah.
But with music, I'm complete opposite. It's just like vibe. Like if the vibe of the music's right. But then like you could have a song like modern hip hop. I don't really like modern hip hop because of the messages. It's like fucking bitches, drugs, money, sex, like weed, lean, all this stupid stuff. And I don't like listening to that, but I could listen to it for the first time and the vibe be right. And I'm like, oh, this is fire until I hear the lyrics. And then I'm like, okay, like I get it every once in a while. Like it's a bop. I get that. But like, it's just, probably not going to play it randomly in the car.
Yeah. No, for sure.
I agree. So you're the same way with the vibes, not the lyrics.
Yeah.
But if the vibe is right and the lyrics are will you still vibe with it? Or does
I will vibe with it. But what happens is for me, when I like the vibe of a song and then I listen to the lyrics, that's what makes me like a song to love. That's what takes me there. So there's a lot of stuff that like I just like the vibe, but I don't like the lyrics. So the song is cool, but it's not something that I'll replay hundreds of times and like you said, like never get tired of. I'll probably instantly get tired of it after that initial like feeling of the vibe because it fades, bro. I feel like after a specific amount of times. That's really what I want to study, to be honest. Is like, what's the science behind the music and like the thing that makes your brain fall in love with like those chords, those melodies. But then also,
that's deep.
But then also, why does it get to a point where you no longer feel something when you listen to a song?
It's like the longevity of the song. You want to make music that like is a banger forever, not like oh, it's hot and then it's like what's her name? What's that real skinny light skinned girl? Am I turning in? Go best friend.
What is that?
Coi Leray. That's who it is. Yeah. Her. Like that stuff, like it was popping and then it was like dead. It's like most TikTok songs pop and then they're dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. I think the issue with the TikTok songs is you get like 15 seconds of a song that's a bop, banger. Everyone's like, oh, that's fire, create a trend off it, da-da-da-da. And then the artist gets a bunch of like clout and everything from that, but then you realize that the rest of the song kind of sucks. So yeah, that might be part of that. But
don't know. It's cool though.
I feel like if the things are repetitive, maybe too many ad libs, maybe like where it's like there's a lot of like yeah. It's like your brain's like okay, like I know it's coming. Get on with it. Like
I think one of the biggest things is like, is it predictable? If you can't really predict what's coming next, you're kind of always, your brain's always kind of like, oh, that's cool. Like it's a new. Kind of the same way where like when we go to a supermarket or literally anywhere for the first time, it just feels like a complete like new experience. You're just like flooded, I feel like, with dopamine. But then when you keep visiting that same place over and over again, you could literally map in your head every single part of like the store or wherever you went. So now it's like, yeah, literally. But like the first time that you step in there, it's like, whoa.
I remember that because at this one, when we moved, I was like, yo, this is the nicest Walmart I've been to. Now I know it. But also if they change something in the aisle, I'm like, that's not normally there.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I work at Walmart.
But you can map the whole Walmart out with your head now. And so nothing is necessarily new. Nothing is, what's that word? Nothing is like tickling your brain. That's not the word. That's not the word.
I thought you were coming up with like an intellectual word.
I was trying to, but I couldn't figure it out.
Like
so let's just go with tickling.
I get what you're saying. Well, you know how I am about movies, but movies are a little bit different because my favorite genre of movies, is thriller. The issue with a lot of thriller movies with twist endings is once you have the twist ending, you can't watch it again.
Yeah.
Or at least it ruins it. Like, there's a lot of, dude, I got to put you and Braden through boot camp when it comes to movies. I'm a movie guy, guru. I watch these movies and stuff, but there's some, I don't want to say like older, because it's not some like black and white type movie, but like older movies that have like the craziest twist endings that you're like, what? But then like, why would I ever want to watch? Like watching them with you guys would suck because I'm like, all right, I know what's coming.
And that's that's not what I was going to ask you. What I was going to ask you in line with that is, because you know how much you know about movies, does it in a way take the fun out of it when you feel like you guess the ending every time?
100%. You know, I guess it all the time. I like be plotting over here in my corner, like I think I know what's gonna happen. Yeah, sometimes I'm wrong, obviously. Sometimes I feel like I come up with better endings than they do in the movie, where I'm like, oh, that would be too easy. They should do this, and then they do the easy way, and I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
But no, it definitely does. Like specifically for genre, and I said specifically for genre. That doesn't make sense. Specifically for thriller and horror, because like for action movies, even if it's like okay, it's kind of predictable. You still got people like mowing people down and stuff. I'm like, oh, like I'm a dude, man. I see action, guns shooting, people getting shanked, John Wick slitting throats and stuff. I'm like locked in. But yeah, for thrillers and twist endings, my brain's wired to figure out what's going to happen before it happens, or at least to come up with my own idea versus like watching it. And then horror, I watch it and I'm like, okay, if I was the director, if I was the writer, where would I put the jump scares in? And then typically the jump scares come in where I would put them in, and then I don't get scared. But I remember as a kid, which I don't know how much of it would be as like growing as a man and just not being scared of that stuff anymore, or because I like know that as someone who really likes movies. But yeah, I just used to be like scared of scary movies to a certain extent, like not like anything crazy. Like I'd love to watch them, but like it would freak me out a little bit. But now it's just like, I don't know. I'm on the search for like the scary movies that like really creep me out.
The scariest movies? Like that's what you want?
I just want something that like catches me off guard. Like what was that movie we watched? You, me, and Brandon watched it, and it was when like the dude
Fractured.
Yeah, when he like messed his head up or whatever. Yeah. Messed his head up, and then like the whole thing, like he thought he was in the right, but he was in the wrong. I don't want to spoil it, but like and that like part of me understood it, but then they added some things that I wouldn't have even guessed. You know what I mean? You're kind of like, okay, it could be this, or it could be this, or it could be this. And then
you were pretty close to the to the ending. Close. Yeah.
Well, there was a movie, Us. You've seen Us, right?
Yeah.
Where I was in the theater watching it, and I guessed it in the first 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. You know how like they swapped in the mirror at the beginning? I was like, in my head, I was like, I bet you they swapped. And then like instantly they were talking about like how the little girl couldn't talk and things like that. And like obviously they had a lot more in depth that I didn't know. But like the main premise I got right away. But I get a sense of like accomplishment knowing that I got it right, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it definitely doesn't outweigh like the feeling as a kid watching movies for the first time.
Right.
And like being like, whoa, or being like a little scared.
Like you weren't expecting that.
Yeah. You ever seen Sinister?
No.
Bro.
I definitely haven't.
That's my favorite horror movie of all time. So it's like you said you don't like You don't like
I don't
sinister things. It's sinister. Like that's the word. Sinister.
I don't like demonic stuff.
But that's what sinister is.
Yeah.
So,
But I'll watch it.
Bro,
I would watch it. I'll watch that
I'll
stuff
hold your
like
hand.
with people, but by myself, I would never like.
That's the issue. I watched it, I think by myself. That shit was spooky. And I
Yeah.
sent my boy Casey to watch it. Bro, he was texting me freaking out. He like watched it in the pitch black basement when he was like 16, bro. It's good. That's one that I'll still watch and I'm like, ooh.
It's that scary.
It's pretty like, again, the first time I watched it, I was younger, so I was like, oh, but like I still watch it and I get like chills, and that very rarely happens. It's like a premise that kind of makes sense. It's like about like this demonic figure called like Bagul, and he like steals kids.
Okay.
It's cool. It's
Like
it's
it?
good.
Like it,
No,
clown?
not a clown, bro. It's like an actual like
but he steals kids.
like yeah, but he's a clown.
Yo, it's like a pervert.
He is low key.
Or pedo.
pedo.
Like, did that never cross anyone's mind? Nah, it had
He
to.
is. He's a weirdo.
He's a pedo.
Well, what does he do with the kids? Doesn't he like freeze them? I've only seen that movie a couple times.
I forgot
See,
what he
I don't.
does.
You're not afraid of clowns, right?
No.
That's one thing I never understand. How people are afraid of clowns. Like, I don't know. They just look goofy. Like,
yeah,
it's
I
like,
don't know. Killer clowns do look scary at night.
Bro, you remember
That's it.
that in like was it
Yes.
middle school or high school? That
Yeah, that was very weird.
yeah, but that like I think the real life stuff like gets me more like I don't know,
Uh-huh.
nervous or anxious more than like anything else. Like like the purge. The purge could happen. So I wasn't like scared of those movies, but like if that happened in real life, obviously that's like a scary thing.
Mhm.
And like something that could potentially happen in real life, that's always a little bit more like nerving than like it.
Yeah, nah, I'm not definitely.
You know
not
what I mean?
scared of
Like,
it or
But the
whatever.
word sinister, hold on, let me look up the definition of sinister. Especially evil or leading to evil. So like it's literally like
Uh-huh.
demonic, evil like thing, but bro, that's my movie.
Yeah,
Do you have a
nah.
favorite movie of all time? We don't really talk about movies. I feel like I just put you on the movies.
Yeah, favorite movie of all time.
Or a series, if it has to be a series. Like I don't know.
Series. Well, I'm gonna sound like such a novice, but definitely the Avengers. The Avengers Endgame is probably my favorite one, but
Endgame over Infinity War?
yeah, just because there was like a happy ending. Like
True.
I was-
Everyone got murked in
yeah.
Infinity War.
yeah, and I wasn't that big into Avengers until after Infinity War.
Oh
Like,
yeah?
Yeah, I didn't watch many of the movies, but then I feel like Infinity War made me fall in love with like
Mhm.
everything, and then I was like, yo, I gotta run it back.
All of them?
Yeah,
It's like
all
30.
of them, and I did.
See, I have
Yeah.
a hard time like counting Avengers in my series list because there's so many. Like it feels like almost like
Uh-huh.
unfair. So like
Yeah.
my top series, not counting Avengers, because I always literally tell people I'm like I can't count Avengers, like that whole
Right.
series. It's so
Yeah.
good, but like think about it, like even not even counting the new ones, it's like 28. I'm pretty sure it's 28 movies. I've seen it all the way through like 4 times. I get sick and I'm like, all right, what am I binge watching?
Yeah, for real.
I remember
That's
you
the best
tore your
thing to do.
ACL and then you're
Yeah.
like, bro, I feel like I did nothing. And I was like, what'd you do? You're like, I watched all the Avengers. I was like,
Yeah.
you probably had the best time of your life.
It was, yeah. It was like such a way to cope with like my sadness. Just
Grubbing
watch
out
all
on
the
the
movies. Yeah.
Dude, it's like sometimes I get sick for an extra day just because I gotta finish the series.
What?
Gotta commit to it. But
yeah, what's your favorite movie?
movie?
Yeah.
I definitely don't have a set movie. The series that I like the most, Lord of the Rings. I'm a nerd when it
Yeah,
comes
you're
to
a
movies,
nerd.
obviously. So like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Star Wars.
Oh my gosh. That's like the top 3 nerd.
Have you ever seen any of them?
No.
Any of them?
No.
Oh, I'm pissed, bro. What? I thought you seen Harry
Of any
Potter.
of those, no.
I know you hadn't seen Star Wars. Star Wars is the nerdiest out of that. Lord of the Rings is gangster. We gotta.
But-
I'd rather watch. I think Lord of the Rings is my number one.
But you know what it is? I feel like I might have commitment issues.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they're long. The big series like that are normally like the Avengers movies are long.
Yeah.
Like they're. It's not like you're watching like 20-hour-and-a-half movies. You're watching like 20 like 2.5-hour movies, and that just doubles the time pretty much that you're watching it.
Yeah.
But no, dude, we'll have to have you pull up.
Run it back
We'll just-
at some point.
yeah. You said run it back.
Oh yeah,
Not the Avengers, bro. I'm telling you, I gotta put you in Breaking
Yeah.
Boot Camp. I watched the Lord of the Rings with her, and she liked it. She said the first one was a little slow, the end got really good, and then the next 2 were like awesome.
Uh-huh.
They're so good, like that. Like it's very violent, so like it'll keep you.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that.
It's like I don't even know how to explain it. It's like I don't say medieval, but it's cool. They're good like orcs and like creepy stuff. That's like it's sick, bro. Those are definitely my favorite. I guess you can't say movies because like
series.
it's a series,
Yeah.
but there's 3 of them, and then they have like prequels, which are The Hobbit, which are pretty good. They're not as good, but yeah, the 3 Lord of the Rings are probably my top 3. I think we had a VHS tape of Lord of the Rings. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I know you're
What?
hey, bro, I'm telling you, there's probably some people listening who don't know what a VHS
No,
tape
you're
is.
right, you're
but
right, you're right.
I would put the VHS tape in and I have to fast forward it manually to the end fight scene in the forest. Obviously, that means nothing to you, but like it's so sick. It's definitely my favorite series. And then Harry Potter's close. Star Wars is so good. But then the issue with Star Wars is some are bangers and some are like, all right, they don't need to be there. So that's the issue. But I'll put you through the gauntlet. The issue is we're busy all the time. So
Yeah, that's the
have time to
problem.
do
Like
that.
it's so much time, and I would love to, and I probably will at some point.
You got to watch them with me. We'll like just
Yeah.
figure out some time where like we can stay up stupid late for no reason, like on a weekend or something.
Yeah,
We'll like
yeah.
work all day and then have like maybe like watch like 2 of them at night and then 1 the next day or something like that.
Yeah, we should do that.
That's why. Well, TV series are always easier too, because TV series you can watch like 45 minutes at a pop. I think that's why they are more. I don't know. I never really watched TV series like that until Brayden. I always was a movie guy. She was a TV person. I'm gonna say guy. That would be weird. But she was a TV person, and then she got me into watching TV shows. Even though like I'd watch TV shows, but I always like was go-to to movies.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I feel like I was just more of a like YouTube kid.
Well, yeah, that too.
You know.
Back in the day,
I don't know.
Speedy,
All of them.
Black Ops 2 stuff is sick.
Man, let's not get started there because those are the best times, bro.
Dude, I watch a lot of food YouTube, which obviously right now is probably very painful because we're cutting. But like,
Yeah.
I'm talking like a
No,
lot.
dude.
Like they're like my favorite type of videos. Not like mukbangs. I think mukbangs are a little weird to like watch someone eat
Yeah.
for 30 minutes. It's one thing if it's like cut up and they're giving a review or cut up and they're talking, but like a 40-minute straight clip of someone just
Eating. And the ASMR stuff, like
that's weird.
I don't understand it. Their audiences are huge, bro.
No, they're like
huge.
an ASMR.
Yeah, and there's ASMR of everything.
The girls
like,
with the nails and they're like,
yeah, literally everything you can think of, like someone getting dressed, ASMR, and you just want to hear the fabric of the clothes. It's weird. Yeah, yeah, and then
the thing up. No, that doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. I don't like
and
that.
it's weird. I have a friend who loves to listen to that, watch that stuff before
Yeah?
she goes to sleep. Yeah, and
What?
I don't know.
I guess I can understand like before you go to sleep, you want something like calming. It's probably why I don't get the best sleep. I'd be
I guess
listening to
so.
like someone like heavy metal gym edits and stuff. It's like
Yeah.
and I'm like, I can't
Yeah.
sleep. I wonder why. I think I gotta start listening to ASMR.
Try.
No.
Still weird, but try.
Dude, a TikTok will pop up with ASMR and I'm like, nope. Like bubble wrapped.
Yeah, not,
Bro, I can't stand it.
I guess if you like it, you like it, but
Nah, not at all.
not really it for me. All right, you want to get into some stuff?
Yeah. All right. How deep do we want to get into debates? That's the real question. Are we talking funny debates? Like this first one here on this website said, is hot dog a sandwich? It's probably one of the most popular debates of all time, very loosely.
I don't have a strong argument for either side.
I was hoping you were going to point out something to me so that I could be like, yeah, what you said. I don't know. It's a hot dog. I eat it. I think it's its own thing.
Yeah, I don't
Hot
know.
dog ain't on the sandwich
Maybe
menu.
like a hybrid.
It's not on the sandwich menu.
No,
It'll be like we have hot dogs and sandwiches. No, it's not a sandwich.
but it looks so similar to a sub. So what separates a hot dog from a sub?
I feel like the thing that people who think it's a sandwich is it's like it's meat between buns.
Yeah. No,
Well,
that's
yeah.
a valid question.
It's not. I don't have much of an argument, but it's definitely not.
I don't. Yeah, I don't
Because
either.
on
But
menus, a hot dog is not under the sandwich.
no,
Unless
never,
it is, then I'm going to get flamed. But I'm pretty sure it's not.
never. But again, what separates a hot dog from a sub? It's both bread that's folded, meat in the middle, toppings on top. It's just
I'm just going to put this in here. We talked about this the other day. Martin's potato bread, goated.
yeah.
Yeah. Neck top. We don't even have to talk about it. Just wanted to put that out there. All right. This one, you're well versed in. You got to give me this. You got to give me this too straight. This one sounds kind of stupid, and I feel like you're going to take offense to it.
What?
Is a taco a sandwich?
No. I don't even get the argument there.
Yeah, I just had to say it because it sounds stupid. I don't know how it's number 2 on the list.
What?
It's number 2.
Nah, I could like at least give some effort towards a hot dog debate, but to this one, I just don't even know.
It's not even bread.
Yeah.
Like it's a taco.
Right.
Yep. Next.
I don't know.
There's no point in eating French fries without ketchup. What do you eat French fries with? I've been on a ketchup kick lately. Sugar-free, of course.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because when we got Chick-fil-A, you had like 3 sauces.
Yeah.
You were sacrificing them calories for them sauce, man. I can't do it. I got to get the low calorie. Luckily, I like buffalo. Like, buffalo is my favorite sauce, so it's normally like 0 or 5 calories, which is good. What's your favorite pizza topping? Bro, I could talk about food all day. I feel like, can you talk, like, do you like talking about food or nah?
I mean, yeah, it just depends. Right now, bro, I'm starving. Like,
but does that mess you up? Because I like to fantasize. Like, I'm not gonna like talk about food and then be like, screw it. Like, so I know that.
No, yeah.
But like, I love like I said, I like watching those videos because I don't know, it's just live through someone else. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. No, I don't know, bro. I might just be different. I've never understood that either. Like watching people eat.
You ever seen people speed eat?
I have, but like for example, like the people who speed eating is it.
I like volume.
I love that. But when it comes to like someone taste testing like something that I've never tried, I don't necessarily know the point of watching that. But I know people love that.
I watch that too. But more so like, I don't know if I've ever shown you the dude Eric the Electric, but he does like volume. So he'll be like, my man will be like, I ate 100,000 calories in 100 hours. That was the craziest video I've ever seen in my life.
That's extremely impressive.
It was like a 2-hour video. When I tell you I was glued to the screen, it was insane.
Yeah.
But like,
I get that.
He'll get like all of the McDonald's menu. See, the thing is like, I'm a fat kid at heart. So like, if I'm like, ooh, I think I'm going to get McDonald's, I want to try something new. I'd rather see someone else eat it and be like, damn, that's ass. Because then why would I want to go and spend the money?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That also makes sense.
That's why I like to do that. But I also like watching them just stuff their faces. Like, I'm like, oh, I can't eat cake, but I want cake. So it's not going to like change if I watch someone else eat a cake.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
And then they'll finish it and they'll be like, oh, I'm so full. I don't want any more cake. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want cake either. And I'm like, wait, no, I want cake.
I don't know.
But no, the volume stuff's impressive. I don't like watching people, like the hot dog contest where they dip it in the water. That's nasty. Like that gets to a point where I'm like, no.
Yeah, nah, I mean, that is different for me because I'm competitive. So I get that. Like, do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes. Put that hot dog in there. And then,
you like, dip that bun in that water.
Exactly. And I'm like, yeah.
Like, nah, that. Dog, that looks so nasty. They got a bunch of floaties in the water and stuff.
Yeah, it is nasty, but I don't know. See, I get those. Those are impressive, but like just watching people eat, just to watch them eat.
Well, that's the mukbang things. Like if you're telling a story while eating or something like that, I get that. But if you just literally like, there'll be like an hour and a half, someone just talking to the camera while eating. I'm like, I don't got a time for that.
Yeah.
You're like smacking your lips around and stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't like listening to that.
Did you say what your favorite topping on pizza is?
Steak.
Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
No, I wasn't paying attention. My bad.
Oh, I said it right away. Yeah.
I just think the steak on pizzas normally suck. Like it's normally like really dry. Well, I guess if you get it like will you just get steak and cheese, or will you get it as like the Philly cheesesteak with like the peppers and stuff on it?
I'll get that. Yeah.
See, I'm not a pepper guy. Are you a texture guy with anything?
Not really.
No?
No.
Like anything.
No.
Like Braden doesn't like cream-filled donuts because of the texture of the cream. I'm like, yeah, give me that.
No, for me it specifically tastes. Like if I like it, I like it. I don't care. If I don't, I just don't.
That's why the fat-free cheese throws me off. I don't like the taste, but I'm a cheese whore, so.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love fat-free cheese.
Yeah, mine's pepperoni. Pepperoni for sure. Give me a little extra pepperoni. Is it bad that I have a lineup of food that we're going to eat when we're done?
No.
Have you looked anywhere in Puerto Rico, like for food?
Mm-mm. So basically, bro, I have 3 weeks left to get in the best shape of my life. And I already am, but it just feels like, I guess I kind of in a way disappointed myself because I was like, man, I thought that I was going to have abs by
like
this
stage
time.
peeled, you thought?
No, not stage peeled. Just like abs, beach lean, whatever, which is still pretty.
I mean, you have a little
lean.
upper abs. Are you saying more lower?
Yeah, just like, like that. But at the same time, I also have to realize like this is not something like where you can just go from
Not your final form.
right. Yeah. And I am happy just because even if I didn't land there, I was always still going to be in a great place, which I already am. And I already feel like so much more confident within myself, with or without a shirt on. So I know I'm going to be in a good place, but it's just like, it really, I really am, bro. I really feel like I'm doing everything that I can to truly move forward. And in a way, it did show me like how much I really was leaving on the table to what, at least like when it comes to how much I can do to transform myself, you know? So it was, to me, I don't know how you felt about like our whole, you know, little lock-in. I think both of us kind of had set the goal for like around 2 months, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because I go on the cruise the 31st, Friday the 31st. So that's just like a week and 2 days after. You said 22nd?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a week and 2 days after.
Yeah. Where do you feel about where you are?
Well, at first, bro, I felt like I was crash dieting because I lost a lot of weight quick. And I was like, oh, damn. Like, because my first fear was like, I thought I gained muscle.
Okay.
And then I started losing weight really fast. And I saw myself get to like 205 real quick in like a week, or like week and some change. And I was like, oh no, like I thought I was going to look better this cut than last cut.
Yeah.
And I dieted so fast that like I feel like by the time I continued that weight, if I lost that weight at that pace, that like I was going to be skinnier when I got to the same amount of leanness.
Yeah.
I don't even know if leanness is a word, but whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sounds like I'm saying weeness, but I didn't cheat a single day. And I did one refeed. So like that to me, I proved to myself, if we really think about it, bro, we're only halfway done. Essentially. At least I am.
From what?
From like the 2 months. It's only been a month. We're on day 30.
Yeah, well, it's been more. I have less than that. Less time than you. I have 3 weeks.
3 weeks, and I have 4.
Yeah,
Just
so
over
you have a
4.
month.
Yeah.
But
no,
still, you can do some damage.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
I feel like where I'm at now, like I'd be confident now going on. I mean, I wasn't like trying to get lean for the cruise. That was just kind of like that last little like, oh, okay, I have a cruise here. That's the goal. Like, because obviously when I go on the cruise, I can't track my food. I'm going to eat whatever the hell I want. Like, I'm just going to, you know what I mean? It's for a bachelor party.
Wait. Aren't you guys going to be in the final day of 75 Hard while you're there?
No, that's not the cruise. So Braden's not going on the cruise.
Okay.
So the cruise is for Sean's bachelor party, and that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we're like sailing into Miami that Monday, and we come home. And then the remainder of that week, like I'm gonna go right back on diet. That Monday I come back from the cruise, I'm right back on diet. But then we go to a family vacation that Saturday, the 8th. Yeah. So essentially I'll have 5 days in between, I guess it'll be like 4.5 in between. And then we go on family vacation with my mom, sister, her husband, and the kids. The third day in is, 2 days. So that Saturday and Sunday we go. That's 74 and 75 for Braden. Yeah. So I told her, I was like, hey, just because we're on vacation, like, well, obviously she wasn't going to, she'd be an idiot to stop 2 days before. You know what I mean? Like she'd be dumb to stop now. Like she already has said that. She has shin splints. She's all messed up. And she's like, yeah, I'm pushing through it. She's literally actually 36. She's almost halfway done. She's fire. A day or two and she'll be halfway done. But yeah, I was like, we'll have to do the workout. So we'll have to go on like a jog or something and we'll do whatever we have to do. But yeah, so the first 2 days of that family vacation, luckily the first one is like the travel day there. So we won't even get there until the afternoon. So we'll probably work out here in the morning and stuff. We'll just have to get groceries for like the rest of that day. And then Saturday we have to do a normal day. But then we'll have like the 10th through the 14th. So we'll have 5 days there. After her 75 hard. That way we can like enjoy the food. I have it mapped out, bro. I'm a fatty. This place, Tony Baloney's, they got crazy looking food, bro. Mozzarella sticks.
In the cruise?
No, that's not the cruise.
Not a cruise.
So we're just going to Atlantic City. 5 days, but we're on the inlet, so we're not on the strip. Yeah. It's like a nice, like they said it was like quieter. Have you been to Atlantic City?
Maybe a little.
It gets rowdy. It gets like real rowdy. Atlantic City. I told you that I worked on the set of Miss America, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So that's where I worked, was Atlantic City. So it's like crazy nightlife, really loud, like a bunch of casinos, hotels, like venues, stuff like that. Just like a bunch of stuff, lots of concerts, lots of just partying clubs, all that stuff. But we got a spot not on that strip because obviously my sister's kids away from that. But my fat ass is more excited because food. They got good food. So I already plotted out a few spots, breakfast spot, like a pizza spot, a sub spot, things like that. So I'm excited for that. But like, I know how my brain works, bro. I'm at the point now where it's like, it's not even like a question. Like I did the refeed yesterday. Obviously, I ate more calories yesterday on purpose and it didn't feel right. Like I was like, I don't want it. Like I obviously my body was happy with it, but like
for sure.
I was like, I don't want it. And now I dropped the calories at 2,200. I'm starving.
Yeah,
bro,
I bet,
I'm so hungry.
Bet.
It's insane. But yeah, it's kind of cool because I said that to Braden. I was like, last 2 days, like, I was like,
yeah, you can't.
I was like, you're gonna, which I guess it's not that deep. It's not like a vacation. Like it would be different if we were going on a cruise with like all that food. And it's like, dude, you got to find like healthy stuff on the cruise for your 75 hard and do an hour and a half of workouts. Luckily, it's with my family, and that half of my family is very like chill out vibe, not really eat like crazy or anything like that. So, but yeah, that's definitely cool. I think that was like the ultimate like end challenge for her. It was like, hey, like you could easily be like, oh, I did 73 days, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, no, like, you know what I mean? Finish strong. So that's cool. Yeah. I'm obviously going to do it with her because I don't want her to feel like, you know what I mean? Like
that's sweet.
So
yeah, you know what's cool about this as well? I feel like what I've learned as well is when you put a date on your goal, it becomes so much more real and like so much easier to work towards that, because before having a day for PR, I would always my goal was just to live this way and to be this person, but it didn't necessarily put weight or emphasis on the day to day because I was like, oh, if I don't, if I skip today, then tomorrow I'll just get right back on.
Yeah.
But now it's like every day counts.
Ticking clock.
Every like single day.
Closer and closer.
Yeah.
Closer. And you're like, hold up. Like you see the time get closer. And like you said, you're like, oh, I'm not as lean as I want to be. Like I thought I was going to be leaner by now. So then I don't know if you're bumping
gotta do more. Like
yesterday, I'm starting to add cardio in 30 minutes a day now, 5 to 6 days a week, just because I want to put the foot on the gas. Like I feel like I told you I was stuck at my weight for so long. Just so stupid, bro. I had estimated 3,300 calories and I've been eating 25 and I woke up lighter. So stupid. But I mean, I did do cardio. It's good. But yeah, so it's interesting. It's very easy. Like, it's like I'm hungry. Before with my gluttony issue, wanting snacks and stuff like that, I'd want to like go get stuff and stuff like that. And now it's like, okay, I'm hungry. I have cravings, whatever. Actually, I have significantly less cravings now than I did the first month.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What do you feel like you've learned with it, like maybe like about yourself in this time? Because I don't know if you feel like maybe this time has been different than our other times that we like lock in or whatever. Do you feel like it has? And if you have, like, what have you learned?
Okay, so first off, I feel like it's weirdly been easier. I think I almost set a higher expectation on how hard it was going to be before I did it because I was having those issues with the gluttony where it was like, I literally felt like there was a string pulling me to snacking. And then as soon as I like set off on that goal and you meet like my best friend and my girlfriend are also dieting at the same time that I am, it's been easier than I thought.
Right, okay.
But I was talking to Braden because she was asking me about the last cut from 2 years ago. And I was like, yeah, like that was easy too. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's so stupid. I like get mad at myself now for delaying it so long because of how simple it's been. I don't want to say easy.
Yeah.
I've just been able to push to the side like, oh, I have cravings, whatever. Like, shut up. Like, you know, what am I going to cheat? Like, again, but I also think the reason it's easier is because the people I spend the most time with in my life are also doing it. Like, if Braden was sitting here munching, I'd be like, like, I'd be plotting. I'd be like, let me get a slice. Like, you know what I mean? Or whatever. So
and it's the same way for her.
Yeah.
You know, that makes it harder for you guys when one of y'all is not on the same path or whatever.
Yeah. What about you? Like, is it easier, tougher? Like, you're a dog, bro. You've been in like heavy cardio the whole time. You were running more too. I feel like you finally came into that like heart rate training that's more specialized to keep your body recovered more versus like hard running on your legs, your torn ACL.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've learned. I feel like to in a way focus more on the longevity part. How long can I keep this up rather than just like sprinting and just trying to do things that way. That's what I've learned personally. If it was up to me, I would be doing more, of course, but I feel like my body just for right now, with the amount of calories that I give it, it just can't recover. Like, it cannot recover in time.
Do you feel like you find like yourself always wanting to do more, wishing you could do more?
Yeah.
I was going to say 100%. That's what like I felt like. I feel like, okay, this will make sense. So when you start a cut, think about like when you started the first one, not this one. Cause like you did a cut, then you were kind of like eating whatever. And then you did this one. Right. But when you were like your heaviest, or I don't know if it was your
like
heaviest,
a year
but you know
ago,
what I mean?
1 year ago.
Yeah. When you had like more weight on your frame. When I started my cut, I would like look back and I was like, okay, I'm not the biggest I've been and I'm not the leanest I've been. I hate this.
Oh, okay.
So I think the biggest mental block for me was like in the gym, seeing myself. I wasn't nice, big, and full from eating a lot, but I wasn't nice, lean, and vascular from being deep into the cut. So now I'm there. So now it excites me to go and train more because I grab a weight without a pump and my veins are popping out. Before it was like, okay, I feel like I'm getting skinnier and I feel like I'm not popping, like my muscles aren't popping as well. So like I feel like that, like I have a better relationship with myself in the gym now because it's like I see the progress. Sometimes you bulk or like you're bulked unintentionally and you feel like a blob and then you're like, okay, like I kind of like feel strong, but like I also don't look like I'm strong. You know what I mean? Like you lose weight on a cut, but you look like you gain muscle because everything shapes. So
everyone, I mean, all of the people that like see me now, they tell me like, bro, you got big. And I'm like, actually, no,
I got small, son.
I got small, but the thing is, it's the illusion, you know, which is cool because I've never seen myself in this place. I think that's what's different about me and you right now. You've already been in that place, you know, so you know what you look like. I have no idea what I look like at least when I'm there. So it's exciting because every week I'm like a little closer, little closer.
I get geeked at watching you. So we work out once a week.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like we do the dumbest workouts. We just try and pump up to like see where the hell we're at. But like, to be fair, like we're doing this. So we don't really have the time, but I like watching like the morphing of you. Like it's sick. I'll be like, oh, like that's popping, that's popping, that's popping. Like I obviously enjoy it with myself, but like I have all week long to see that. Like it's kind of dope to see it in you. Cause again, like you said, like I did my cut before, but also I think what's cool with me is the biggest difference I think is like the belief. Because I did it 2 years ago and I did it once. You know how they say if you do it once, it could have been lucky. If you do it a second time, you know what you're doing.
Right.
It's like if you make a little bit of money, like, and you're like, oh, I caught this crazy investment and it's great. And then you just let that money go away and you never do it again. It's like, okay, you got lucky.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with dieting. Like the first time, obviously I knew what I was doing and I stayed disciplined with it. But this time, like I'm even more disciplined. Like I remember last time I did like one cheat meal, one free meal a week.
Do you feel like, real quick, just because you just said it, do you feel like this is the most disciplined you've ever been in your life?
With
what, however you want to place it.
With fitness and nutrition, yes, because I literally have not cheated. The only time I cheated was on a built-in refeed, which is not cheating.
Yeah.
The most disciplined I've ever been was a 3-week stretch back when we were in a multi-level marketing company, IML. The vid hit. And bro, I locked myself in my room for 3 weeks straight where I legitimately was eating like, it wasn't my health. Like I was eating Hot Pockets and like junk food.
But you were working.
But bro, when I tell you I would wake up, bro, like bro, it's funny you said that because I just prayed today about that and that came into my mind. And I was like, God, allow me to get back to that. Bro, I have never worked that hard in my life. Like my mom, like I'd walk out from like being on calls for like 7 hours straight and say like, hi mom, heat up a Hot Pocket and I grab a Pop-Tart, come back to the crib, literally scarf it down while in the waiting room for my next call. Like I've never worked that hard in my life.
Right.
So that's one thing. But again, that like I had all the time in the world. So I got to always like kind of weigh it a little differently. Like I had 24 hours a day to work on that craft. The gyms were closed. So I could like, I went to my dad's. I think I did that in the morning. I'd go to my dad's. He had like a little gym at his crib, nothing crazy. But I'd get my little workout in the morning and then all day long I did that. And that like by far is the hardest I've ever worked in my life because I would sleep like 6 hours. And then besides like my workouts, like I literally would not have free time. I wouldn't, bro, I used to like fall asleep right after my last call because I was like, oh, I was on calls for 13 hours straight. Like my screen time was devious. Like it was disgusting, bro. It was like minutes. Bro, it was like 16 hours a day. My screen time, like you know, you can track it on your phone. And that's like, I have a lot of screen time now, but it's because I work from my phone. Right. But back then, bro, like it would be like phone, like the app phone, like 12 hours. I'm like, what the hell? Like, yeah. So that was the hardest I've ever worked. And that really set the standard. We're comparing ourselves all the time. And I know they say comparison's the thief of all joy, but like.
It really is, bro.
Bro, I look at that and I'm like, I was a dog then, which is crazy because it's not like I waste my time every day, but like I wasted zero time. Like I could have the most full day now, but I still probably watched a show at night before I went to bed, or I probably scrolled TikTok for like 15, 20 minutes here and there between orders at work. But like then, bro, nothing. Like no TikTok, no YouTube. Like, bro, I remember like after like a week, I gave myself like an hour on YouTube. It was like, bro, like we talked about it earlier, like you were a YouTube kid. You know how like you watch YouTube too much and there's no new videos?
Yeah.
Bro, I had like 20. I was like a kid in a candy shop. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Like I don't even have time to watch all of them. Like that's how hard I was working. Bro, it was insane. In terms of fitness, this was hands down the hardest I've gone for a prolonged time. Like I did those morning runs, which is like really like aggressive. But when I was doing those morning runs when we were listening to David Goggins, I didn't go that hard in the gym, like with weights. I'd go hard with the run and getting up early, and I'd be so fried that my workout sucked. But now, like, no cheats at all. Weekends, no cheats. Like, I would go to my dad's fasted on my other cut 2 years ago, and I would get a cheesesteak for dinner. And I probably was still in a deficit, but like, it's just, I wouldn't track it. Like, if I went over, it didn't matter. And that was like one free meal a week. I'd eat lunch, and then I'd go have a cheesesteak for dinner. That's it. And then, like, clean all week. But this time, nothing. Because Brayden's on 75 hard. So, like, I'm not going to have, like, a free meal if she's sitting there struggle busting, eating chicken and rice. Like, you know what I mean? It's just feels wrong. Like, luckily yesterday, well, I had my lunch in front of Brayden, but I had my breakfast, and she wasn't there. So, like, I could grub in my calories. So it would feel wrong. So like in terms of, I guess, diet to end my yap, diet for sure, nutrition for sure, training. No, really, it's just nutrition that I've gone the hardest. I've gone harder in the gym. I've gone harder in the gym when I had all day to go to the gym. So like kind of can't beat that. I would sleep 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever. I'd pick you up. We'd go work out for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And like I would be able to rest in between sets for the appropriate time and things like that. But overall, I would say between training and eating, this is definitely the most
discipline,
locked in. And I couldn't think of the word, bro. I went spacey for a second there. But the most disciplined I've been.
Okay.
How about you? It's got to be, right?
No, yeah, for
in terms of fitness, like I feel like I knew the answer. Do you feel like you're going harder this time than the first time? When we were listening to David Goggins,
no.
like, bro, you were sending me audios like,
no, because
or do you think it got easier? Because you ran 9 miles or 10 miles now.
Yeah, that could also be true. But I feel like a year ago when we first, when I was going through my breakup and when we learned about David Goggins, I just wanted to change so bad that I was willing to do whatever it took. And most of that really was just battling through the suffering of like the workouts and forcing myself to basically get better every time. I was telling my friend this yesterday. I realized how crazy it was because I was like, wow, when we were doing that, I would get on the stairs with no goal of time. I was just like, I'm going to get down here when I beat what I did yesterday and when I physically can't handle anymore. And that was my every single day. So it went from like, oh, this is cool. It's like I can handle this to just hell. Really, really quick.
Bro, I was waiting for your audios all the time. I'm like, okay, this man better have done 50. And you would like send me an audio and be like, I only got 35. I'm like, you pussy. Like,
that obviously happened a couple of times, but
then you'd be like, I put it up to 13 speed today and got 40 minutes without touching and no music. I'm like, you are a sicko. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like the no music too. It's just like, it made no sense, but I just wanted to change so bad. That's when I feel like I was working my hardest in terms of changing. Yeah. But now it's definitely the most disciplined with everything, like with my food, with my and now it feels more like it's just a part of me.
Well-rounded.
Yeah, it's not even like
crazy.
This is why I say it's not even necessarily like the most disciplined or the hardest I've ever worked, because now we're in such a place where it feels like it's just part of our day. It really doesn't take effort. Yeah, and if anything, I wake up and I want to do the things like I have an itch to go to the gym to eat the good food that I have because it makes me feel good, and it just feels like I'm a different person. But nah, last year was just I was a dog.
You don't gotta tell me. I know. I was like, damn, this dude's crazy. Yeah. That's why I kept sending you those audios so early in the morning. I'm like, yo, I just did 40.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm sitting here like waking up at 4:30, running on 2.5, 3 miles every morning. I thought that was easy compared to 40 minutes on the stairs, no hands, no music.
Dude, remember you told music is the worst.
Yeah, well, you told me that our boy Noah came up to you that one day. He was like, yo, how do you do it, bro? He was probably like, this dude is a sicko.
No, did I tell you that once I told him he went to go run? He was yeah, he was That's like, dope. Bro, I'm so inspired. Like, I'm gonna go run right now. I was like, yeah, bro, go.
That's dope.
But yeah, it's cool. I feel like what's cool about what we do is that like a lot of people get inspired, you know, and the deeper that you go into that, the more people get inspired. The more people you can inspire just by living, like just by how you live your life. And I see it in my work. I see it in my church. Like a year ago or maybe 2 years ago, the gym was not a cool thing to do. Now it's it really feels like now but like in my church specifically. Now in my church specifically, now it feels like the people who go to the gym are just like they now kind of created a group where it's just a cool thing to do, and it's no longer like, oh, you go to the gym. It's like people want to go to the gym, so now they can be a part of that. So it's really cool, bro. But again, it takes that one person that
trailblazer,
the trailblazer, the pioneer of that. But not only to just start it, to do it at a level of like excellence that inspires other people to want to do the same. So
set the tone. It's like, like I'm going to the gym. And you guys think it's hype now and you're going to the gym, but I'm working way harder than you. I don't care. Like,
and that's just, I feel like a part of me as a boy that just, you know, when me and you work out, it's always like friendly competition.
Yeah.
And it's just part of us to want to be better. But truthfully, I feel like I always want to be better, because the better I am, the more I'm going to inspire the people around me to also want more. You know, if we're close, if I make you feel like what you're doing is enough, then you're just gonna be like, oh, cool. Like, you know, he's doing that. But if I'm doing so much that you feel lazy,
please.
Yeah, if I make you uncomfortable because of how much I'm doing, that's my goal. And that's exactly where I want to be, because that's where I push my friends and like the people around me to be better and to reach like new levels, truthfully.
You got to call people out without calling people out. Like, do it with your actions versus saying like, oh, you got to go to the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that. You'd rather show someone than tell them. People don't care if you tell them, but if you're doing it yourself, then they're gonna look at you and be like, "Oh, that's dope! Like, that's kind of sick."
Yeah.
Well, all the time where we'll be in the gym and I'll be like, "Yo, what weight you thinking on the set?" I'm like, "What you?" I'm in my head. I'm like, "I'm gonna do the 70s." You're like, "I'm gonna go to 75s." I was like, "Yeah, I was thinking 75."
Yeah.
Fucking 80s, like you know what I mean? But that's dope. I want to rapid fire some weird questions before we end the podcast. Bro, because I read one. I don't know if you saw my stank face earlier. This is stupid. This says hot chocolate's better than chocolate milkshake. What? Sorry. I screamed. Bro, there's no way.
It just depends.
On what?
On a cold day?
I don't care. I'll take a chocolate milkshake for life. No. Just no whipped cream. I hate
okay. So you have not had Mexican hot chocolate.
Does that have cinnamon in it?
No.
Oh, someone told me before. They're like, here's some Mexican hot chocolate, and then they gave me cinnamon, and that shit was ass.
No. It's called chocolate abuelita.
Chocolate abuelita.
It literally translates to my grandma's hot chocolate. Yeah. So
I know what you're saying. Come on now. I know a little Spanish.
I got to put you on to that, and then we can revisit this.
Do you think I'm ever going to meet your family? Like, talk to them? I've obviously met your sisters.
I don't know.
Like, am I just your white friend to your parents?
Yeah.
Like Gringo?
Yeah, you're definitely my white friend. But I have more family that I know of now, so I don't know. We'll see.
That'd be dope. But yeah, bro, chocolate milkshake. It's not even
okay.
Close.
That's fine. That's your take.
But like, are you going with hot chocolate?
Yes.
Bro, I thought that for sure you were on milkshake.
No, I'm not that much of a like chocolate.
Ice cream or
ice cream or chocolate person. So to me, it's just like mid.
I love it.
But if you put Oreo milkshake, that's when I'm like, oh yeah, it's like Solos.
You have a Five Guys Oreo milkshake before?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I've been craving. Still, not like too crazy now, but like a couple weeks, it was like fries, milkshake, burger from Five Guys. Boy.
All right, rapid fire.
Rapid fire, then we'll wrap it up. That was stupid. Fruit counts as dessert? No.
Yes.
What?
Yes, bro. Every day.
Just a fruit though?
Yes.
Like not like a fruit cake?
No. Every day after my food, my fruit is my dessert.
No, I get that, but you're dieting. But like in traditional sense, fruit is not dessert.
For me, it is. No, for me, it is now. I don't care if I'm dieting.
Okay, so if you were bulking and you're like, oh yeah, I want a dessert, you're gonna go grab fruit?
Yes. Yes, because I'm a different person now, bro.
I thought we were gonna be so synced. I'm
just
telling
not
these
on the
people
same
that
wavelength.
bro. I was like, oh yeah, Heck and I are so aligned. We're on point. Like
Not.
that's wild. Okay, now I'm excited to go through these because you're so wrong.
What?
This says Coca-Cola is better than Pepsi. I don't like any dark soda. Like there's not. I've tried
both
all,
mid.
both. What's your favorite soda? On three. On three.
Uh,
Wait, are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Sprite.
Fanta orange. You said Sprite. That's my second.
Okay.
That's a close second.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like orange soda?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's all I just.
I don't like soda in general, but
I was gonna say
I'll
I don't really
a-
drink soda
Yeah, I'll
either.
drink orange soda.
Do a Sprite Zero in the fridge, but that's because like sometimes on the cut I just need something that's a little sweet. Round pizzas are better than rectangular ones.
Oh, facts. Absolutely.
So like, dog, I have such a tough time. I'm a pizza lover. I take pizza over burgers. I take pizza probably like over really almost everything. That's like that would probably be my go-to like cheat meal, which is
Pizza?
stupid because I didn't have it yesterday. Well, there's not much protein in pizza, but I love a New York style pizza or like a coal fire pizza. That's probably like my favorite of all time. Where they put it in the, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
You went to Anthony's before
brick
in
oven?
IML? Yeah,
Brick
brick
oven?
oven.
Yeah.
I said coal fire. Well, I guess it is coal fire, but yeah, brick
Yeah.
oven pizza. That's my favorite type of pizza, hands down.
Okay.
But bro, I could dog a deep dish, but not like Chicago, not where it's like soupy, where you need a fork. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Like that's, to be fair, I've never had like Chicago pizza, but like I love me like a thin, crispy
Yeah.
Dave Portnoy style pizza.
Now, my favorite pizza is definitely
New Yorker.
I like thick dough. I like them thick in general.
You like a Papa John's pizza or
I
something?
love Papa John's.
Bro,
And
it's undercooked
I don't care.
every time.
But
So you're
my
holding your
favorite-
pizza and that shit's just like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's cool?
I like that.
What?
I love that.
you got to fold it? Or you just
I fold it.
flop it in the mouth?
but my favorite crust though is cheese stuffed crust.
I do love stuffed crust pizza.
Yeah, and
But
so
the issue
that's-
is, I feel like sometimes they
Elite.
undercook the stuffed crust because they're scared that they're going to overcook the cheese in the crust.
right.
You can tell I'm
See, I
passionate
don't-
about
I-
this food.
Yeah, I
dog.
just don't care
oh man,
that much. Like I like hot and ready Little Caesars pizza.
That's
I
normally
love
my-
it.
no, but bro, I can get behind Little Caesars.
Okay. 'Cause some people can't.
Braden,
Yeah.
I've been trying to pitch
They
it
ain't grow
not
up where we
now
grew
because
up.
of the cut, but bro, I've been trying to pitch her on Little Caesars for a minute. She's like, I had it one time 16 years ago and I hated it, so I will never have. I'm like,
She
you're
not from the
tripping.
mud.
Babe, I hope you hear this. We're getting that shit.
Braden, you not from the mud.
No.
You're not from the mud like us.
You don't know the $5, what's it called?
Exactly.
$5 hot and ready, baby. Grab it from the little I trust. That's a hood pizza. Okay. Flats or drums?
Drums.
Flats.
Always.
Flats.
What?
Flats.
Why?
Flats, extra crispy. Well done. Well,
It feels like there's so much more meat on a drumstick. I don't know if that's true.
it's the bro.
It feels like it.
It doesn't feel right. It's just like you get like a bunch of gristle and fat and just like,
So good.
and then blue cheese or ranch. Blue cheese.
Ranch.
Bro, I thought we were cool. What do you
No.
say? Lemon pepper wings, well done, blue cheese. Give me like 50 of them.
That just does not sound appetizing.
it sounds
at
like the
all.
best thing ever. I'm glad that we're not on the same page. Man, how are we ever gonna have a cheat? Dude, we're so beat when we do the 10,000 calorie challenge. You're gonna be like, oh, let's go here. I'm like, what? Let's go
Yeah.
here. Oh man.
Oh man.
All right. Well, let us know down below your answers because
Yes.
Heck's definitely wrong. I live by that one. I don't know how to be wrong. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, my camera's dying. Yeah,
It's
let's
dying?
wrap it.
All right, guys. Well,